Okay, so Pisces, what I'm seeing for you is that at the beginning of the month, you have a lot of optimism available to you. This card here, the King of Swords, is a card of making good decisions, having good mental clarity. He is like the king of the mental element, which is swords. So, or this could be someone who's also giving you good advice, or this could be following your own good advice or being practical about things. So you have a lot of clear-mindedness towards the beginning of the month. And you have a lot of opportunity in terms of optimism and new things happening for you. That's what this card represents. This Page of Rods represents, be optimistic, be courageous, be bold, go for it, take a chance. But because, and that energy is still present, but because it's in reverse, what it's telling me is that you may have some doubts about going for things or trying new things out or, taking action on the good decisions or the clarity that you're having. You also have World in that first part of the month, which is everything lining up for you. World depicts the mental, the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual worlds all lining up. That's what each of these creatures represent, and it's sort of like when they all come together, you experience freedom and joy, and the world is yours. That's still present for you too, but because it's in reverse also, you may be having some doubts whether that kind of thing is available to you. So there's a lot of just, you're making good decisions. You're thinking about things, well, making good and correct decisions. But because this, bold, courageous, receive the world kind of energy is in reverse, it's telling me that you might have some doubts about that. And 10 of Coins is a card of reaping the rewards of having made good decisions over time. It often can mean inheritance, or it's 10 of Coins, so it's the most amount of coins that can appear on a card. So it can be very like a lot of money coming to you, but because it's in reverse, it's saying that might be a lot of money available to you, but you're not in a place to receive it. So I'm going to suggest that you work on whatever it is that you're maybe doubting or blocking the riches and the opportunities that are in line to come to you. They are already there for you, but because they're in reverse, you need to stop doubting them and work on receiving those. The King of Swords is also in line with the Ace of Swords, which represents, again, mental clarity, triumph, victory, the truth, and it's also a new beginning. So this is a great card of, yes, you're thinking about things well in a very clear way. All of these cards are lining up. This is a card of letting go of the past, self-forgiveness, new era, all is forgiven. So there's a lot available to you in terms of thinking of things well and making good plans and being practical, making good decisions, being wise about things. Just make sure that you're staying open to receiving, to taking action upon things and receiving the blessings that come with that. Try to alleviate doubts that you're having. That's the Page of Rods in reverse. In the middle of the month, even though you are led by this Ace of Wands energy, Ace of Swords energy, which is triumph, victory, truth, clarity, you are presented with some feelings of heaviness. This 7 of Wands and the 10 of Wands represent, struggle and oppression. 7 of Wands is fighting a hard battle, and 10 of Wands is oppression and carrying a lot of burdens. I feel like you've been carrying it for a long time. Because these are in reverse, it means that those are still present. You still feel like you've been fighting a hard battle and carrying something for a long time, but you may get some relief from that. So you may get some relief from feeling like you always have to fight for things, or that you've been carrying this oppressive load for a long time. That may mean some relief. And you have Eight of Wands, which means news, information, things lining up, things coming to completion. The wands are 80 to 90% lined up, so things coming together, and this can also mean swiftness. So you have that energy. It's going to lighten swiftly, but perhaps not as swiftly as you might like. That's what Eight of Wands in reverse is telling me, is that, you might get some relief from this, but it's not going to happen as quickly as you'd like. Down here too, you may, this card is Judgment, which is a card of moving on from the past, accepting oneself, just as you are. It's beginning of a new day. It's like the release of all of what you were tied to in the old world. This can sometimes mean like a renewal from addiction. It can be feeling like you were oppressed or dead before, and like this, you've now been infused with new fire, new inspiration, new enthusiasm. And it often has to do with acceptance and forgiveness. Because it's in reverse, I'm going to say it's having to do with your difficulty in forgiving someone or yourself, related to an old wounding or an old grieving. This Five of Cups represents grieving over someone or something or a situation that didn't work out the way you wanted it to, or someone left you, or you feel like you're not living up to your own expectations. So there's a lot of grief in that image. And this is saying that you need to accept and forgive the situation, these two together. And then if you can see in Five of Cups, if this figure is able to turn around, there are two cups available to them. And it's also, what's hanging out behind that figure is a lot of love energy. This is the Lover's card. So that's a relationship full of passion and closeness and intimacy. And then also Six of Cups, which Six of Cups shows another couple, two kids, and he's giving a gift to her. So it's a card of innocence and reunion and sentimentality, and it's basically just like the sweet energy between children. It just means like loving kindness and compassion. It can mean a reunion with a former lover or someone from your past, or someone who makes you feel like a child, has that innocence. Lovers and Six of Cups together can mean someone that you knew from childhood that you end up having a relationship with, or meeting someone that makes you feel like a child. So if you can get past whatever this difficulty and non-forgiveness, or struggle with forgiveness, I'll say, whether it be for yourself or for someone else, if you can get through that and focus on what's available to you rather than what has happened to you or the grief over the situation, then you have a lot of loving energy behind that. So I guess to summarize for you, Pisces, I would say you're making a lot of great decisions in your mental faculties right now. You've got a lot of success and triumph coming from these good decisions. Allow some of that to come to you, because there's kind of a block on it. Even though all that courageousness, willingness, optimism, having the world behind you, and having money available to you, those things are there, but for some reason you're not trusting it or you're doubting it. And then in the middle of the month, know that you have victory, success on your side, and a little bit of a lightening of this load of feeling like you always have to fight things out or carry this heavy burden. Just know that it's happening, and it can happen swiftly. It may just not happen as swiftly as you would like. Things are coming into place, but you might be trying to rush it, and it's not happening at the swift pace that you would like it to. And then towards the end of the month, see if you can let go of grieving of something that you've let go of, a grudge that maybe you've been carrying either towards yourself or towards someone else. And then love opens up to you, maybe from a childhood or childhood friend, or someone you knew from the past, or someone that makes you feel as innocent as a child. And you've got this lover's energy. So lots of couple relationship energy towards the end of the month, a lot of sweetness there.